Hi, this is Candy. Today we're going on a thrift adventure. I'm starting out at the Habitat Restore, but I'm also going to go to a pink antique store and Goodwill. So come along with me. Let's see what we can find. This is one of my favorite Habitat Restores. It's so big and open, and I always find amazing things here. I like to start in the knickknack aisle. Cute little brass bell for $3. I like this little sugar dish. Even though it was missing the lid, I like to grab those types of pieces for my little boys. They have a plant stand that they do at our fall festival in our neighborhood. And so plants in little repurposed thrifted containers, it's a good way to repurpose them. I am going to grab this filler. This is like apples, figs, pears. I'm going to put this in a compote that I have in my vendor booth just to give it up a little fall look to it. I'm definitely in the antiquing mood today. I'm looking for antiques and vintage items. This teapot is so beautiful. When I looked up the comps on it, it wasn't overly collectible or high value, but I just think it's so beautiful. I love the gold and the colors on it. $10, so we're going to add that to the cart. I might even keep that for my personal collection. I thought this little llama was a planter, but he wasn't, so we don't need that one. I really love this pattern. I think this is so like classic Christmas. Those are cute. And of course I love the bow. I'm not sure when I'm going to convert my booth to Christmas yet. I do have a thrift crawl scheduled for the second week of October and one for the first week of November. And I think the November one, I want to have a lot of Christmas decor. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for. And then I will take the month of December off. Still going to be thrifting and doing videos, but I won't have a thrift crawl that month. I almost grabbed this base because I am making one of those DIY repurposed glass Christmas trees, and I'm looking for the perfect base that I can make, use some of my gold rub and buff, but that one seemed a little bit flimsy, and I'm thinking with all of that heavy glass, it's going to need something pretty substantial. These were beautiful candlesticks. I did a reel recently where I used 2 candlesticks and a wooden box and made it into a little shelf, and it turned out really cute. I love this. I love this love. It's solid brass, so I'm definitely going to get that. Might save it for the booth for Valentine's Day. I come across these all the time. I'm not sure what they're for, but this one had red and clear ones. These were really pretty mugs. I like those for like soup. Are these butter pads? I'm not sure. They definitely had more of like an Asian feel to them. Very pretty details on those. Lots of clear glass. Look at these candy or cookie jars down here. Look how adorable. I love the teddy bear one. It was $12. I kept going back and forth. Like, do I want that? Do I need it? I just could not decide. Oh, he's so cute though. Look at his little outfit. This bowl caught my eye too. I do really well with vegetable items. I think because like the cabbage bowls right now are so popular. That's a really pretty bowl. Very big and heavy. Then I spotted those candlesticks. I wanted to pull those out. I had to look one more time at this, make sure there's no chips on it. Oh, he's cute. If he's here next time, I might get him. Okay, here are the candlesticks. They were $15 each. They were nice and heavy and beautiful. I just don't think that I need those. This was cute. It's $5. I figured I could hang it and even put a little plant in there, like a propagated plant. There's something about thrifting and plants that just go so well together. These are really cute. I love this kind of like 1990s hearts. Look at all this clear glass. So many amazing pieces here. So pretty. That frosted glass bird was really pretty too. I liked that covered dish. There's always so much to offer here. I am setting up my vanity and I wanted something exactly like this to put makeup brushes in. This will kind of corral them, but not like just be a tray. I just think this is very interesting and pretty. These bowls were really beautiful too, especially if you like a coastal theme. They were a little bit on the pricey side, but they were heavy, well-made pieces. These were beautiful candle holders too. Very, very nice. I really like this artwork. Look how beautiful and tropical that is. And I love the shape of the frame. And then I also liked this one over here, kind of a different vibe on this one. This was an original artwork piece. Look how pretty that is. I love those colors. Okay, back over to the Christmas section. This is a candle. I don't think I'll ever burn it, but I just love the little log cabin. I think that's cute. So I added it to the cart. Why not? Only $3. I wanted to go back and see if there was anything else. I am going to be doing more $5 mystery boxes, and I love adding. I'm going to put some that'll say Christmas, some will say fall, some will say kitchen or miscellaneous or coastal. And then I grabbed this little spoon rest from Cracker Barrel, $4. I think I'm going to keep this for myself because I do not have a fall spoon rest, and I really like that one. Oh, look, this one is handmade. Isn't that cute? I was looking to see if there was any more of that filler that I had found earlier in the bag. I really like it. It was pretty well made too. I took them out of the bag to look at them, but I didn't see any more, although there was a really good selection of fall items. I thought these 3 risers were so pretty. Look at the sparkly effect of them. They were $15 for 3. I didn't end up buying these, but if they are there when I go back, I might grab them. I did buy this box because I thought it was so well made. It was $5. I can use it in my booth to give some items height and kind of layer around it. This will be perfect, and I love just the shape of it. It's very unique. I also added that candle holder to my cart. I was so excited I forgot to film it, but it was definitely a vintage piece. This was a really pretty piece that had hooks on it. I can always find a reason to put a new hook in my house, and this was hand painted. I really like this style, but I left this behind. I thought this piece was very interesting. Definitely a mid-century modern vibe to it. Almost looked like a refrigerator on one side, but it was a display cabinet. Very nice, very well made. And I love this floral screen. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I might go back tomorrow and try to grab this for $125. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so the next stop is this Olde Church Antiques is the name of it. It's the pink building. This is in Supply, North Carolina. It's right over the South Carolina border. And I heard that the store is closing, which is really sad. They're going to tear this building down. I've been here quite a few times. I love just wandering around and looking at all the beautiful antiques and vintage finds. The owner did tell me that everything in the store, not just the basement, was half price or even 75% off. So I was excited that I'd be able to find some amazing deals here. I'll show you as we go around the store. I haven't bought a lot here because the prices are definitely antique store prices. So I was very selective on what I got just so I could resell it, or the pieces that there was one piece that I get later on that is for my own private collection. So I didn't mind paying, what the value on it. But this place is just so cool and so unique. I'm sad to see it go. This was one of the pieces I got. I've never seen anything like this. I tried to do a search on it, couldn't find any details. I ended up getting it for 75% off, which was great. I thought this piece was really pretty. It would have been cute for fall in my booth. The one challenging thing about shopping here is that there aren't any baskets or shopping carts, and I was down in the basement. So whatever I wanted, I had to carry in my arms, and that just limited what I could get. I like the look of these pieces. Had definitely a 70s vibe. Not worth a whole lot, but I still liked it. These two, I like the neutral colors of those canisters. This store too, I noticed people would pile their things in a corner or near the checkout, and then other people would go picking through that and purchase things and right from under them. So it was an interesting dynamic here. I guess when a store is closing and it has such amazing deals and beautiful antique or estate type pieces, it's going to bring out all types of people. This vase was really pretty. I love the flowers on it. Kind of look like magnolias. I do pretty well with teapots. I liked this one. I definitely want ones that I can use though, or that I feel safe using, and I didn't have my lead tester with me. There's another basin that was pretty. I really liked these cookie jars, the Big Apple. I had just bought one the other day at Goodwill, so I didn't feel like I needed another one. That was a really pretty picture with the orange juice glasses. As a Florida girl, I really like that. This was a beautiful planter for $15. All these colors are definitely my colors. These were beautiful pieces. If you're in the area, I would say that you should stop by. I think he's going to have even better deals as it gets closer to his lease ending, which I think he said he had a few more weeks. This piece was beautiful. So I definitely think it was worth the drive. It took me about an hour to get here, but I went to the Habitat store, I went here, and then I go to a Goodwill on the way back. So I just made a whole afternoon out of it, and I had a great time. Definitely some beautiful artwork too. I wasn't in the market for any artwork, but beautiful oil paintings, beautiful frames, just some amazing pieces here. This was his, I think, life collection, and you can tell that he was quite the collector, and I love his very good taste. I like these with the apples too. I like the 90s feels of those. This is the piece that I probably should have got. I put this on my short reel that I did a couple weeks ago, and someone said that it was Murano glass, and that was probably the most valuable piece, but not really my style. This piece is so beautiful. It was $75. The price or the comps are about $75, but this is the piece I'm getting for my collection. I think it'd be so beautiful on my mantle at Christmas with like those miniature shiny red ornaments in it. I can visualize it, and I'm really excited that I got that piece. I think it's really special. It had crystal, brass, and marble on the bottom. This piece I thought was really impressive too. I love just the structure of it and the design. What I found online, it was about $35. He wanted $68, but it would have been half price, so not too bad, just not a lot of margin there if I would want to resell it. So I decided not to get that piece. I noticed this cream and sugar. I love how dainty it is. Look at the handles. And it also has little bows. Is that not so cute? And these are from France. So gorgeous. I love that set. I probably should have got that because that would be so perfect for one of my tea parties. I love all of this style with the roses and the gilding. These are all definitely my style and what I was looking for, just a little bit more than I wanted to spend. These were really pretty too. The way that the paint on that silver section, it almost looked like diamonds. I mean, that was just really good work on those. A hand-painted teacup from Japan. I saw some blue and white dishes, but I have some similar to that. I like this piece with the fruit. Did you see that online where there was a lady who got a topiary that had all the fruit on it and she spray painted it white? And the poor girl, she had so many comments of people just crazy upset that she painted over it. I didn't think it looked bad afterwards, but I can see both sides. I thought these were really pretty. I love all of the detail on these mugs, and the whole set I thought was a really good price, and I love this color, especially for fall. Here's another one of those ceramic fruit dishes. I like the basket on this one. Very pretty. So this is what I ended up getting. I did add this one to my pile. It was a solid brass boot. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I love brass. So I got these 3 pieces. Someone else had added to my collection, but I was not getting those, just these 3. And for all 3 pieces, it was under $50, so I was happy about that. I wanted to give one more look over the place. Look at these beautiful floors. I hope they get repurposed when this building gets torn down. Even the beautiful ceiling was just all old wood. I'm gonna miss this place. I really am. Okay, my next stop on the way back to Myrtle Beach is the Fancy Flea Antique Mall. I've been wanting to come in here for a while. I heard that they have a consignment area where they mark things down once they've been there for a while, so I wanted to check out that area. I thought these were really pretty. You just stick these in a plant, and they're just so sparkly. Sparkle is my favorite color, so they definitely got my attention. This is the area I wanted to check out. This candy dish is so pretty, this Indiana glass. It was marked down to $2. I was thrilled. I definitely got that. I wanted to look at the other pieces. This was marked down to $15 for that cookie jar. I don't know what these are. Are these just wall hangings, or do they go to something? Really pretty though. I think they're sunflowers. I'm just not sure what I would do with them, so I left them for someone else. Yeah, it just said wall hanging, but it looked like it was a piece of something else. Nothing else was really catching my eye. I like this wood pelican. A lot of these type of wood kind of coastal pieces sell really well in the antique mall that I have my vendor booth in. but definitely not really my style, but I can appreciate it. This was marked down to $5. That one hasn't been marked down yet. I saw this piece here in the back, and it had the 2 tulips or votives, and it was marked down to $5. So I ended up getting that because I did a short video of several ways you can use these types of votives. So these are the 3 pieces that I got. I was very happy. It was under 20 bucks. And the next stop, when I got back into my town in Long, South Carolina, close to Myrtle Beach, I'm going to stop in at this Goodwill. Even though I'm going at a weird time of day, I usually don't go in this time in the afternoon, but we'll see if there's anything left, see if they put out any new carts. Let's go see. Speaking of carts, these were all kind of a disaster here at the entrance. Wearing my pink shoes, my lucky pink shoes. Okay, so it's off to a good start. I love these Mikasa stoneware dishes. These are the cereal bowls. This one had a couple of stains. So I picked out 4 that were in good condition. I didn't want the 5th one because I tend to do better with just sets of 4. So I got these 4, and I just think these are so classy. And of course, they're perfect for fall. I think these are cute too. Definitely well worn, but there was the whole set there. And these dishes were kind of nice too. These are the kind that you could use as a charger, like use it underneath a smaller plate just to give a layered look to your table. And then I saw green. I love green glass. This is a chip and dip, or you could just use them separately too. And it was $2.99. What a great deal. Definitely getting that too. Then I saw this on the bottom. Oh, here's another larger Mikasa serving plate. But the piece that caught my eye was this one on the bottom. It looked like a big salad bowl with little bowls. Aren't those so pretty? I couldn't find anything online quite like it. I probably should have got that, but it would take up a lot of space. But those were really unique and different. I like that glass platter underneath those. These were pretty fruit plates, all different kinds. I always have to look over the mugs. There's the Mikasa ones. They have some cups and saucers. I have the ones that have the strawberries on them that are similar to that. This was an original artwork piece. I like the colors and the frame. It was $3.99 for that piece. What a great price. It doesn't quite fit my aesthetic. These are definitely more my style. These weren't original, they were just prints. But look at that beautiful frame and those beautiful flowers. There was some damage on one of the frames. They wanted $3.99 a piece. Great price on those too. I'm sure that could be easily fixed. Very beautiful. There were 3 of them that matched. Then I found this cranberry glass. The comps on it were pretty good. I didn't see a lot of damage. I think that'd be pretty with just a battery powered votive in it. I put this mushroom in my cart, but looking on it further, it looks like it has some scratches that wouldn't just come off with a good wash. So I put that back for someone else to find. I thought maybe this was one of those pink votives, but this one looks like it had been painted and wasn't vintage, so I'm gonna leave that. I also added this little candle holder. I saw this cream and sugar. Actually, I already have this one, but it's pretty. I love the shape on that. Some little birds, a little Mikasa rose dish for $3.99. That one looks pretty with a votive in it too. Some pottery pieces. I've been really drawn to pottery lately. This was a brass candle holder for $3.99, which I thought was a little bit pricey for a small candle holder, but in retrospect, I probably should have gotten that. It's funny how that happens. You look back on your video and think, why didn't I get that? It was a pretty gravy boat. I thought maybe it was Linux. Kind of had a Linux look to it, like with the butterflies. These glass trays are really good to have. You can use them for all different types of things. I have transformed my vanity with using glass, and I just love like how it looks so much better than plastic, and it's easier to clean too. I thought maybe this for the base of my glass Christmas tree, but again, it wasn't quite as substantial as I'd want, so I will keep looking. I wasn't seeing anything else that caught my eye. This was a cute little autumn sign. It looks like it may have been vintage by that old tag on it. And a cute little pumpkin. This was by False Graph, which I didn't realize they had like a fall or a pumpkin type of collection. So I just had a few things in my cart, but it was a great day, great thrifting adventure. Thank you so much for coming along. I will see you in my next video.